traders all around the world. This is FXPassion broadcasting you live on YouTube, and this is Forex Trading Course 101. Remember the three pillars we are trying to build and understand how a system or a strategy works. We are trying to understand how risk management works in our trading, and we are trying to understand and dominate, the psychology part, the big one. Hello Akos, interesting topic. It is simple news trading strategy today, everybody. So if you're a beginner trader and this is your first time, we are going to learn about, today and tomorrow, we are going to learn about news trading. And remember, we are in the intermediate module. So if this is your first time and you are not going quite understand what is happening, oh, it's difficult, I don't understand, please go back to the Stohastic YouTube webinar page and start watching the Forex Trading Course 101 lesson number 1. And remember, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide, and the webinars are not trading or investment advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only. Hello Miguel. Also, for homeworks and or questions, you have my Gmail contact, my Skype contact, and my LinkedIn contact. That being said, everybody, let's dive into the live markets and let's learn this simple news trading strategy. Okay, so as you can see, everybody, I'm going to close our short trade or AUD NZD short. This was from the lesson where we were learning the simple strategy, right? So I'm going to close because we need to close the account to do this. There you go. Okay, let's start to learn. So let's open a chart, everybody, and there you go. AUD NZD could be, no problem. And let's start to write down the rules, okay? Now, this is a strategy, everybody, don't mix. So let's wait for the software to answer. JForex is slow today. Come on. Not working, not responding. Okay, there you go. So, simple news trading strategy, okay? It's also called the straddle. If you go on the internet and you write into Google the straddle or straddle trading or Forex straddle, you are going to see, okay, it's a simple news trading strategy. It's called the straddle. Now for the beginner trader, number 1, okay, rules to consider. Number 1, don't mix this strategy, because it's a strategy. Don't mix with this strategy with other strategies. Okay, number 1, rules to consider: don't mix this strategy with other strategies. Number 2, this strategy is most suitable for for bank statement, bank risk, so interest rate decisions and employment changes. Okay, this is number 2. So number 1, don't mix this strategy with other strategies. Number 2, this strategy is most suitable for interest rate decisions and employment. I'm missing an O. And employment changes. Okay, and there you go. So what's the strategy? Let's write this down. Strategy. Okay, number 1, check the news events for the week. Check the news events. Check the news events for the week. Hello MHB, how are you? Check the news events for the week. So on Sunday, everybody, or Friday, right? Friday after the market is closed, Friday when New York closes the doors, or Sunday before the market opens. Oh, the day come, new trading on the way. So as a trader, you should check the news events, okay? And one more thing. Okay, where are we? So let's undock this one and make it like this. Okay, so the number 2, right, is most suitable for interest rate employment changes, and color, let's make it here, let's write this down here. So red color. Okay, red color. So this is Sunday, everybody. We are going to check the red colors, okay? And this means it is adequate for the NFP. Yes, yes. All the countries, they have different names, right? But when you see a change in the interest rate or a change in employment, so yes, it's suitable for non-farm payroll. This week, right, red USD Fed Chair Powell speaks, not suitable. RBA Gov Lowy speaks, not suitable. Central Bank Consumer Confidence, it's today, right, or it was today, not suitable. RMBZ Governor, not suitable. Construction work done quarterly, not suitable. Chicago PMI, not suitable. NNZ Business Confidence, not suitable. Private Capital Expenditures, not suitable. Okay, GBP monthly, not suitable. Manufacturing PMI, not suitable. Okay, so, and some of you are already asking, Passion, can I straddle the other red news events? You can, okay, you can straddle all the red news events if you want, but this strategy is most suitable for interest rate decisions and employment changes. Okay, but you can straddle whatever you want, no problem. So number 1, check news events for the week. Then when you find the news event, number 2, 1 hour or 1 hour and a half prior to the news event, analyze the market with the straddle. Okay, this is going to number 2. 1 hour, 1 hour and a half prior to the news event, analyze the market with the straddle. Okay, what does this mean? This means that if we have, everybody, just an example, okay, let's make it real. Let's go on the other, so December, right? Let's go to December and let's try to find AUD building approval, Sunday, December the 1st, China, USD manufacturing. So there you go. There you go. On Tuesday, December the 3rd, on my time, it's going to be midnight and a half. There is from Australia is the cash rate. So this is the interest rate change or in the interest rate decision. Okay. So if I'm going to straddle, and it depends on where you live, this is Brazilian time, midnight and a half. So if you live in Japan, it's going to be different. Spain is going to be different. Canada, USA, your time is going to be different. So I need to come to the trading station 1 hour, 1 hour and a half before, and I need to analyze the market with the straddle. So analyze, and we're going to change. Analyze the relevant pairs with the straddle. Okay, so the first news is going to be with the AUD, right? So I am already on AUD NZD. Now what I need to do, I need to open all the AUD pairs. So this is AUD NZD, AUD JPY. Next is going to be AUD USD, right? So what else? AUD CHF. Okay, so AUD JPY, right? AUD USD, AUD CHF, right? One more, AUD CAD, right? Am I missing something? So this is check the news event, strategy, don't mix the strategy with other strategies, right? So I have AUD JPY, AUD CAD, AUD USD, AUD CHF, and AUD NZD, right? One more time. AUD NZD, and we are done, I believe, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. AUD JPY, AUD CAD, AUD CHF, AUD NZD. Oh, one more. Euro AUD, right? Euro AUD, Euro AUD, Euro AUD, it's one more. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, right? Okay, now let's go back on the strategy. And so this is the rules to consider strategy here. Okay, so we are going to make 2.1. Find the pairs on the 15-minute chart, everybody. Find the pairs on the 15-minute chart that are going sideways, minimum 2 hours. Okay, find the pairs. This is 2.1. Find the pairs on the 15-minute chart that are going sideways, minimum 2 hours. Thank you, Miguel. GBP AUD, I forgot. Thank you. One more. GBP AUD, correct. So let's say, everybody, that is news announcement day. So I need to go on AUD JPY 15-minute chart, GBP AUD 15-minute chart, AUD CAD 15-minute chart, AUD USD 15-minute chart, Euro AUD 15-minute chart, AUD CHF 15-minute chart, and AUD NZD 15-minute chart. Okay, so let's look at all of them. Right, and let's try to understand if this pair is going sideways. Okay, it could be more, but minimum 2 hours, right? So I'm going to kind of now question, if one candle, everybody, is 15 minutes, how many candles is 2 hours? If one candle is 15 minutes, everybody, how many candles are 2 hours? You need to know this, because you are trying to find out the market that is going sideways. Minimum 2 hours, could be 3 hours, 4 hours, you know. And remember, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. So this is AUD JPY, is the first choice. Right? 8, correct, right? 8 candles minimum, could be more. So I'm going to start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8. Are you sure, everybody, that it's 8? Are you sure? If one candle is 15 minutes, how many candles is 2 hours. I hope my English is correct. 2 hours. Okay. If one candle is 15 minutes, how many candles? 2 hours. 8. Correct. So 15 plus 15 is 30 minutes, plus 15 is 45, right? Plus 15 is 1 hour. So 8. Yes, sir. Correct. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can see that AUDJPY, right, is moving sideways. So I'm going to put a horizontal line on this high, and I'm going to put a horizontal line on this low, right? And there is no right or wrong, everybody. You can also put a horizontal line on this high up in here. It's up to you. Okay. MHB 9. No, 9 it's not, okay. It's 8. Okay. So I have this sideways movement so far. Okay. It's a choice how you're going to put your horizontal line. So, but I do have AUDJPY. It's moving sideways so far. It's not trending, right? It's not making higher highs and higher lows consistently. Okay, GBP AUD 15-minute chart. We're going to do the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, can you see, everybody, the difference? Can you see the difference between those two? Can you see the difference between AUDJPY 15-minute chart and GBP AUD? Can you see the difference, everybody? So if this is the example, GBP AUD, it's not suitable for news trading, for the straddle. Why not? Because it's news time, right? And it's still trending. Okay, because it was in an uptrend on the 15-minute chart, broke the uptrend line, and it's falling down. It's making lower lows, lower highs. Can you see the difference, everybody? Why is that? Because generally around news time, it could be also in a trend, but when the news is coming, generally the market, the currency pair is going to stay sideways. Okay, so GBP AUD not suitable for news trading, so we're going to close it, bye bye. And let's check the others, right? Let's check AUD CAD 15-minute chart, minimum 8 candles, right? So I can put one up in here, I can put one down in here, but still up in here, right? Maybe not the perfect one, but okay, still sideways, right? It's still inside those two bands. Then we have AUD USD. AUD USD is positioned similarly to AUD JPY, so we have those two long wicks. Euro AUD is going to be positioned similarly, so the market is sideways, right? Minimum 8 candles, could be more. Those 2 wicks, there you go. AUD CHF. AUD CHF, we have the a little bit different, you know. So AUD CHF, okay, I can choose this one, I can choose this one, but it's not quite sideways because it was trending up and now looks like maybe not the perfect one. AUD NZD 15-minute chart, and there you go. Sideways movement 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2. So up in here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 potentially sideways movement. Well, maybe not AUD CHF. Also, everybody, of course, you are going to need some time, but inside the horizontal lines, you are going to see the difference between the, if you can check AUD CHF and other currencies, you are going to see that AUD CHF is kind of trending inside the two bands. If you check AUD USD, right, Well, also maybe AUD CAD is kind of trending inside the channel, right? So which one do you think it's going sideways between those 6? What do you think? Look at the chart. Which one do you think it's most going sideways, more or less? Which one in your opinion is kind of trending, you know? Still sideways, right? But it's moving from the upper band to the lower band. And the other is kind of sideways. It's not moving from the center. Okay, so we are going to, in the meantime, I have a 20-second delay on the chat. We are going to write down here. So 2.1, find the pairs on the 15-minute chart that are going sideways, right? Now 2.2, find the ones that are in the center of the range and are not moving, right? Not trending, not trending. Okay, find the ones that are in the center of the range and are not trending. AUD NZD, yes. AUD CAD, not sure about this. Now point 2, find the ones that are in the center, right? So you are going to have, everybody, you are going to have a currency pair that is going to be like this, you know, clone, this is one, and clone, and one more, clone, and this is all on the 15-minute chart. So you are going to have currency pairs that are going to move like this, you know, and they're going to be still in the range, but it's up in here. It's just an example, and you are going to have a currency pair that is going to move from one or the other, but is going to move sideways, something like this. Okay, so I'm going to compress the chart a little bit on all of them, so you can check, right? 1, 2. Okay, remember you have two criteria, so it must be in the center, kind of, and it must range in a smaller range. Let's make it like this, or like this, right? Clone. Okay, so you want to identify this one, everybody. Smaller range. Hello, time to shine. So Akos says AUDJPY. Yes, Akos, I agree with you. I wouldn't go with AUD CAD, everybody, because AUD CAD is almost at the range, you know. So drawings. AUD CAD is here, almost at the bottom of the range. AUDJPY is, I agree with Akos, it's kind of moving inside this, whoops, clone, inside this smaller range, you know. AUD/USD, I would say drawings, I would say it's almost right at the band. EUR/AUD also, I would say it's not, I mean, you are comparing one with the other, right? It's more or less. I would not consider AUD/CHF because it's trading, you know. And somebody's asking on the other platform that I'm streaming, you are not seeing this on YouTube, Passion, what if you don't have the sideways small range? Well, if you don't have the sideways range, then you go with the others, right? But if you have, this is what you are looking for. So I would say, everybody, that the most suitable for this straddle are the AUDJPY and the AUD/NZD. What do you say, everybody? If you look at the pictures, are AUD JPY and AUD NZD the ones who are going sideways? They are ranging inside a bigger range. Would you agree? Or wouldn't you agree? And what's the problem? Why do we want this? Because when the news happens, or 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes or 5 minutes before the news events, generally the market gets nervous. And if the market is near the band, could take you into a trade, you can have a smaller spike and the market could take you in a trade. In the meantime, if you are in the middle of the range, even with the smaller spike, you are still safe, the market is not going to take you in. So the pink, the violet, is the spike when the market gets nervous, as you can see here. Okay, this is the spike when the market gets nervous, We've seen this before the news announcement, 10 minutes, 4 minutes, it goes down with the minutes, 10 minutes, 9, 8, 7, and the market gets nervous, right? Okay, everybody, so we agreed that AUD JPY and the AUD NZD are the most suitable for this straddle. Okay, if it happens, everybody, that you don't have those ranges, then you go trade the other ones, but we have more rules. Okay, so we are going to cancel bye AUD CAD, bye AUD CHF, cancel Euro AUD, and cancel AUD USD. So we have two ranges right now. Okay, and let's move on. Right, so to recap, right, strategy number 1, check the news events for the week. 2.1, 1 hour or 1 hour and a half prior to the news event, analyze the relevant pairs with the straddle, right? And we explained to you, you need to find 2.1, find the pairs on the 15-minute chart that are going sideways, minimum 2 hours. And number 2.2, find the ones that are in the center of the range and are not trending. So we've done this, right? Okay, now a little bit of math. Number three, calculate the volume, right, or lots, for the entries. Okay, 3.1, we are going to enter with buy stop and sell stop orders 5 minutes before the news event, not a second before. Okay, this is a rule. Number 3, now we have analyzed all the AUD pairs. We have found out the most relevant that are going sideways, are not trending inside the range. Now what we need to do, we need to calculate the volume or the lots for the entries. Okay, because we are going to enter with the buy stop and sell stop order 5 minutes before the news event, and not a second before, not 6 minutes before, not 7, not 12, not 3, 5 minutes before the news event. We are going to enter with the buy stop order and the sell stop order. Okay, now calculation. So on my demo account, everybody, I have, so the calculation goes like this, I have capital, right, more or less. I have $50,000, and I need to decide risk, how much do I want to risk in percentage per trade. Okay, so, and before this, total risk in percentage, and it's a decision. Okay, total. So I want to risk 1%, everybody, for this strategy, meaning I want to risk 0.5%. So it's going to be 0.5% for the buy stop and 0.5% for the sell stop. Okay. Hello Hussein, how are you? So this is what I want to do, right? And this is my capital, everybody. Okay, $50,000. I want to risk 1%. Why is that? Well, during news events, everybody, if this is the range, right, clone, if this is the range that we are trying to trade, this is the range, and we want to find the market who is moving sideways, right, and it's somewhere in here, moving, and it's here right now. So we are going to enter with up in here. This is going to be, and down in here. So clone. Okay. So we are going to enter with buy stop order. Let's make it red. So buy stop order up in here 5 minutes before the news event, and sell stop, and we are going to enter. Akos, what is 250 with the sell stop, right? And when the news event comes, everybody, one or two things are going to happen. Or the market is going to shoot up, take you in, and continue to rise. This is one scenario. Okay. Or the market is going to fall, is going to dip. You're going to see a spike on the downside. Okay. Or the market is going to do what we call the whiplash. So it's going to take you from one side to the other and go back inside the chart. Okay, this is the so-called whiplash. And here is where we are going to have a losing trade. It happens time to time. Okay. The pink one is the whiplash. Okay. And because of this, I want to risk 0.5% with my buy stop order. I want to risk 0.5% with my sell stop order, because if the whiplash occurs, the pink line, then I'm going to have a net loss. Okay, if this happens, I'm just going to close my both trades and go find another trade, right? And sometimes the market does this. Sometimes the market shoots up, you know, in a straight line and start trending. Sometimes the market dips and start trending down, but sometimes, this is especially the non-farm payroll, because one number, you know, the United States, they could have increased the number of the jobs, but the percentage of the unemployment stays the same. So you are going to have a news that it's more or less, it doesn't decide anything, you know. The news event, it's not bad for the US economy, it's not good for the US economy, it's more or less. Okay? And the same goes with the interest rate decisions. When many times, this is not a rule, everybody, sometimes where the central bank doesn't change the interest rate, sometimes the market does this, the whiplash. You know, 90% of the time, if the central bank is going to change the interest rate, then you are going to see a spike, or the upper side or the downside, depends on the currency pair. Okay, this is just for you to clarify why do we want to split in half our total risk. So if I'm going to risk 1%, then I'm going to want to risk 0.5% for the buy stop and 0.5% for the sell stop. Okay, so let's move on with the calculation. Okay, now total risk per trade, and the next step, everybody, is how much am I going to risk. So risk in money, right? Risk in money, okay, per trade. So I need to calculate how much dollars or euros or whatever, okay, do I want. So how much is 0.5% of 50,000? Akos says 250. So 50,000, 1, 2, 3 times 0.5%. Thank you, Akos. So it's 250. Risk in money, it's 250 USD. Okay. Now, this is where mistakes are made, everybody. The next point is risk in pips. Risk in pips. Okay. How many pips am I going to risk on AUD/JPY in this example, or how many pips am I going to risk on AUD/NZD? So before calculating the volume or how many lots, I need to be aware how many risk in pips. And I have two currency pairs, right? So the one is going to be risk in pips for AUD/JPY, and the other risk in pips is going to be for AUD/NZD. AUD/NZD. Okay, it's just an example, could be other currencies, Risk in pips. So how do we calculate the risk in pips? It's simple. You take the upper band, everybody, and you take the lower band. Okay, now one more thing, we are not going to enter exactly at the bands, but we are going to enter 10 pips or 100 pips, everybody, above the bands. As you can see here, we are not going to enter exactly at the bands. Why not? Because as we said, sometimes the market gets nervous, and we saw already, it happens all the time. Sometimes the market gets nervous, going to spike at the band and then come lower before the news event. So your buy stop and sell stop are above and below the main range. Yes, 10 pips or 100 pipettes, everybody. Okay, so when you calculate risk in pips, you need to add. Okay, you need to add to the range 200 pipettes or 20 pips. So let's take AUD/JPY, right? And let me see how it's going to. I have 3 decimals, right? So it's going to be a 5 numbers, right? 5 numbers. So risk in pips for AUD/JPY is going to be 74108 minus 73715. This is the range, so it gives me 393 pips, right? So I need to add 200 because I'm going to put my buy stop, sell stop above and below. Okay, so plus 200 makes 593. So AUD/JPY is going to be 593 pips in risk. Okay, now AUD NZD is going to be a similar calculation, so I need to go 1,05873 minus 1,05431. Remember, no comma when you are making the calculation. This would be an error, everybody. Don't count 1.05 when you do the calculation about pips or points. It's without the comma. So I have 442 plus 200, 642. So it's 642. Okay, 642 pips in risk. Okay, for the AUD NZD. Okay, everybody. Capital, I want to risk 1%, I want to risk 0.5% for the buy stop, sell stop. Risk and money per trade 250, so I have those two. Okay, now we are going to write it's your decision, so no rule, there are no rules, no rule. You need to decide if you are going to trade both of them or just one. In the case of trading just one, we choose the currency with less risk in pips. Okay, this is the next stage. There is no rule, so if this would be the case, everybody, we are going to risk 593 pips on AUDJPY, and we are going to risk 1%, and we are going to risk 642 pips on AUDNZD with 1%, and there is no rule. If this happens, you need to decide if you are going to trade both of them or just one. Okay? Of course, if you're going to trade both of them, your news trading event is going to have a total risk of how much? If you're going to do the calculation with the same percentages, how much are you going to have? How much are you going to risk on both currency pairs? What's the number? What's the number, everybody? Correct, is 2%, right? So there is no rule, there is no right or wrong. If you are going to trade both of them and you are going to risk 0.5% on the buy stop and sell stop on AUDJPY and buy stop and sell stop on AUDNZD, yes, correct, 2%, then you are going to risk 2%. So what does this mean? This means if you want to risk 1% of on the news event, everybody, you need to lower your percentage per trade. You can still risk 1% on the news event, but you are going to have a different calculation. You are going to calculate 0.25% on the buy stop and 0.25% on the sell stop. Okay? Okay, so clear, right? Yes, nothing special. Okay, so as a beginner trader, I'm going to go with one. So I'm going to cancel bye-bye AUDNZD, and I'm going to straddle. I'm going to straddle only AUDJPY because it gives me less risk in pips, in points. It's a decision, okay, everybody. I chose only one. Okay, now I know that I have $50,000 in my account. I want to risk 1%, right? So I'm going to delete AUDNZD, bye bye, risk in pips. We are talking about AUDJPY, right? we're going to put this down here. Now the last step, everybody, the last step is the volume, right? The volume, the lots, volume. So how much volume? How much do I, so I need to integrate, everybody, I need to integrate $250 inside the 593 pips. Okay, so I'm going to take the calculator, you know, and I'm going to go, so 593 divided, or it's 250, I think it's 250, right? 250 divided 593 gives me 0.42, right? Volume 0.42. Okay, this is the volume, and the calculation is, okay, money divided points in risk. Okay, and remember, this is a simple trading strategy. We are not going to calculate the spread, okay, but this is volume, how many points we're going to risk, okay, is 0.42, right? So if I'm going to enter, everybody, okay, if I'm going to enter with the buy stop up in here, where is the, so text, we're going to have a buy stop up in here, okay, buy stop up in here, you know, and we said 100, so let's make this black and like this and like this, right? And my number is going to be 74.208, right? This is going to be my buy stop order, 10 pips or 100 pipettes above the line, right? Now, if this is my entry, where is my stop loss? Okay, so this is the straddle, everybody. Write this down. The entry of one order is going to be the stop of the other order, because we need to protect ourselves. Okay, remember, when we were calculating the risk in pips, remember we added 200 pipettes or 20 pips. Okay, so I have my buy stop order up in here, so the stop loss, right, the stop loss is going to be the entry of my sell stop order. Okay, so but I just want to see if I did the calculation right. So I'm going to go on the platform. Okay, where are we? Not here. Oh, let me check. There you go. So this is the platform, and undock, there you go, and undock this one too. So this is the platform, and AUDJPY, right? What's the volume? So we're going to do like this. So I want to enter this is the other, I want to enter at 74.208 with the volume of 0.42, right? So entry, I'm going to, this is going to be buy. I'm going to ask for a 74, what's the number? 74208, right? 74.208. And my stop loss, I'm going to ask, not in points. Oh, you can also do points, right? points. So what was the point? It was 500, right? Even better. So 593 points in risk. So 593. Submit. Okay, I'm going to submit the order. Now this entry should appear on the chart. Accepted, I don't see. Oh, where is the entry? Should appear on the chart. Maybe in this one. Oh, this is AUD, NZD, AUD, JPY. AUD, JPY. Where? Strange. What is this? Stohastic. For some strange reason, everybody, I don't see the entry on the AUD JPY. What is this? Stohastic. This is for other. Maybe I have some orders open. Let me see. Orders. Okay, I'm going to cancel all the orders. Cancel the order. Cancel the order. Cancel the order. Okay, so we're going to do it again. I want to enter. I'm going to ask, right? I'm going to ask for 74208, and I want the stop loss. Now I'm going with the number, with the actual number. I'm going to have a stop loss. What's the range? This is the range. Oh, now it appeared the preview. So 0 lots, 0.49, right? Let's check the numbers. 0.42, okay. 0.42. Buy, ask. I want to buy at the, oh, this is why, AUD JPY. Okay, again, 0.42 AUD JPY. I want to ask 74.208. 74.208. Okay, we have stop loss, not points, but I want a price. And remember, everybody, you need to subtract the number from the sell stop. So if the lower band is at 73.715, the stop loss is going to be at 73.615. 73.615. Okay, submit. Hopefully it's going to appear on the chart. There you go, everybody. Now I have my, I hope you can see. Let's disable the widget. Take profit pips. So as you can see, everybody, our calculation is okay, because on the downside our stop loss is $228, right? As we said, we didn't take in consideration the spread, but still, if the market is going to hit our buy entry, buy stop, and if the market is going to reverse, and hit this one, then we are going to lose, what's the number? Minus 228, right? Could be a little bit more, but as we said, we didn't do the calculation about the spread. Okay, so this is one. Our calculation is okay, volume is okay. So the entry order of one order is going to be the stop loss. Okay, now we have everything. The last one, everybody, the last one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last stage 4 is number 4. Enter with the buy stop order and the sell stop order 5 minutes before the news release. Okay, 5 minutes before the news release you enter with your buy stop, sell stop, and that's it. Okay everybody, our time is up. If you have questions about this simple news trading strategy, send it to my email. Tomorrow we're going to talk about an advanced news trading strategy. Please watch this webinar if you want to straddle. Watch this webinar 3 times minimum, okay, because of the calculation. Okay, until tomorrow, stay strong and news trade with passion. This is FXPassion signing off.